Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's V. So today's video I have your guys' questions. So I have questions on my phone and I have questions that my friends have also asked me from me taking NCLEX already. I took it pretty quick after school was over. I took it on May 20th. I took NCLEX May 20th. So I graduated May 1st, but we didn't get our stuff until May 11th. So I really just had like the 11th to 20th of days to like really study and really focus and get my shit together. So let's go through the questions. First question is, did you use anything to help you, course or books? The only thing I used for studying for NCLEX is UWORLD. UWORLD is everything that I've learned, everything, all my style, all my like question styles, all my tips came from UWORLD. I'm gonna do that video today too, so watch out for that one coming up. I don't know if I'll post which one first, but watch out for that one. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can see all of the updates on my nursing journey, going into a new grad program. Hit that subscribe button. So yeah, UWorld is everything that I used. In the UWorld video, I will go through what I specifically did and I will go through all my percentages with you guys because I know that's a big deal. Next question. How can a non-American apply for NCLEX? What are the eligibility, can't say that, criteria? I don't know that question. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have no idea about non-Americans, like how they can apply for NCLEX, but I know if you go to the ID, what is it? I'm from Illinois, so the ID PFR or something like that. It's like the Illinois state website. It will give you everything. It will go down the criteria list and things you have to do. So I can definitely put that in the link down below how to apply for Illinois, but every state is different, so I'm not sure how that really works for everybody. Next question. What did you use to study and how often in advance until your exam did you prepare? So I bought UWorld 60 days before, I think April 1st I got UWorld. It was the first day I ever got UWorld was April 1st. So April 1st, mind you, I was still in school and we were transitioning from school to online, so it was such a mess. And I was gonna study really good, you know, ahead of time, but I got so overwhelmed from everything to being online and having to study for UWorld online, and it was just so much, just too much all at once. So I really didn't start studying UWorld like hitting it hard until May 1st, which is when I graduated. So May 1st I graduated and I was like, you know what, UWorld getting hit, like let's go. But I got super lazy and I did 75 questions here a day. Like I had a set plan. I wanted to take NCLEX the 13th of May when I graduated. When I was like, oh, I'm gonna take it the 13th, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna get my job, I'm gonna go hit it hard. But since we didn't get our ATT till the 11th, I kind of pushed it a little bit back just because I felt more overwhelmed. Like I just scheduled NCLEX, I'm not gonna take it in 3 days. On May 11th, I scheduled NCLEX for the 20th. So by that day, I divided how many UWorld questions I had left over into those days. So 16 days, I divided that by, I think I had like 1,500 questions, 1,700 questions around there. Divided by 16, and that was like 400 questions a day. I was like, Bianca, you have to get your shit done. You have to get your shit done. So I did those questions, and sometimes I would fall behind, you know. Sometimes I'd go overboard and kind of like to get back to my like balance of what I had to get done. That was kind of my schedule. Like every day I just kept dividing it again. Like, okay, 15 days till NCLEX, divided by how many I have, do the how many that today, next day, okay, I have this much, divide it again, just so I can try and stay on top of things. As you guys, if you guys haven't watched the video of me leading up the days until NCLEX, watch that. You'll see how hard I hit it and how stressful it was. So please, my advice is get a plan, stick to that plan, really stick to that plan, because it gets super overwhelming and you just don't know what to do when it's like 4 days, 1,000 questions left, and it's just so stressful. So please don't do it to yourself. Please, please, please. I did it, learn from my mistakes, and don't do that. Next question. Were there questions like UWorld? Did you feel prepared by UWorld? Let me be honest. The UWorld format is dead on NCLEX. That's the NCLEX, like right there, you're just like, it felt so comfortable when I took NCLEX because I was like, oh, I've seen this format, I've done this format for how many 2,100 questions, like it felt good. Like I was like, oh, I got this, I know where every button is, I know how to do it. There's only one difference is like on UWorld, you can click an answer option and it'll strike it out, but on NCLEX, you really can't do that. That's the only thing. But everything else was perfect, dead on straight. That made me feel prepared. I felt good. I was like, oh, okay, I know how to do this. This is something I've been doing for a long time. But the questions were so vague. Like I can't even explain to you. UWorld gives you more background information on the questions where you can like kind of like, oh, okay, not that one. Okay, not that one. But NCLEX is like one sentence. That's why you feel so like dumb. Like I'll be honest, you feel dumb as hell. You're just looking at it like that's the question, like that's it. Like you're not gonna give me any more information. Like how am I gonna answer this question? No wonder why it's like which one is the right answer. You have to kind of like, no, not that one. Like it could be these three and then there's like one in there, you're like, you're one in those three is like trying to mess you up. You're like, okay, that one. Then you're like, okay, those two are the best options. Which one do you pick? And then you're sitting there staring at the computer and like, ah. But so in that sense, I think UWorld over prepared. It made me deeply think about these questions that gave me so much info. So when I looked at the NCLEX question, I was like, damn, like there's no information here. So I have to like use what I have. And UWorld's amazing. Rationales, A1, like I'll get into that in another video. But yes, UWorld did definitely prepare me for NCLEX style questions. You have that information, like you know it, it's just you have to take it out. NCLEX questions are things you've seen before. Trust me, I've seen every single one of like the disorders and everything. The meds, I had one med and I was like, who the fuck is this? I've never heard this in my life. Like, you know, but that's pharm. Pharm for you is just another beast in itself. But every topic you have heard of. On the NCLEX, I had a lot of leadership questions. I had a lot of mother baby, but mother baby was a class that I took the last 6 weeks of nursing school. Half of it was online, so it was just so stressful. I feel like I didn't learn as much because it was a different learning style I was not used to, so I knew that they were gonna hit me with those questions. And to be honest, I didn't really practice as many as I wanted to. It all worked out because I passed, right? That's something that I still want to look over. OB is a specialty and I understand that, so like if I were to get in to that specialty, then it'd be a different story. But yeah, they hit me with a lot of those. A couple peds, but I wasn't too horrible at peds. I was really good at pharm, so they didn't ask me a lot of pharm questions. They asked me like 2, just the one that confusing ass one, and I was like, what the heck is this? Mental health was on there, definitely. And like basic med surg, basic med surg questions. Every question is a med surg question. They just try to integrate like a specialty into that. Know your leadership, what you can and cannot do, what you can't, your patient priority. That's like so many questions were on like, you have 4 patients. Which one are you gonna see first? You have 4 patients. Which teaching is more important? Like you have to really narrow it down. But UWorld has a lot of leadership questions. Like so many that I didn't think they were gonna have, so definitely do all of those. Next question, did you feel like the questions were about the same level, easier or harder than UWorld? So I kind of answered that already, but definitely harder in the sense of how vague it was, not harder in the sense of like topic wise, you know what I mean? Like I said, you knew the topics. Like I remember I had Parkinson's on there and it's like, you know what Parkinson's is, you know it. But UWorld overly prepared you to be like, okay, think about the whole patient. Side effects. Okay, what are they gonna have? Okay, EPS, like, you know, that type of stuff. I feel like UWorld was harder questions because you had to think so much about it, but it prepared me for NCLEX. NCLEX was just so vague. I really don't know. Whoever made these questions up, like they just want us to fail. I don't know, like I just really don't know. It's hard to pick an answer. But mind you, it is the biggest test of your whole life, so it's kind of like, I don't know what it is, like, you know, fighting back and forth. Yeah, it's hard to question to answer because UWorld was a harder question just because it was more like, they gave you so much information, so you had to like think about your patient, and then NCLEX was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, what? Like, next question, your NCLEX schedule. Materials used, was the NCLEX difficult? So like I said, materials used, I only used UWorld. If you guys follow my Instagram and stuff, I have like my Saunders books that I purchased. Didn't touch it, okay? Did not touch it at all. I've heard people pass with it. My ATI, the pink book that everybody raves about, I did not touch that. I opened it the one day I got it and I haven't touched it since. Yeah, UWorld has been like it. Another tip, don't add so many things all at once. You don't want to use a Saunders book, UWorld, Kaplan, Hesse. Like, don't stress yourself out. Just use like 1 or 2 max. Don't be using this and this because everybody's labs are a bit different. Every ranges are different. So it's like stick to one, please. I think the most difficult part of NCLEX is sitting there, you're like here, and you're looking at the screen with your name on it, and you're looking at it and you're like, this is it. Like, this is what I worked so hard for. This is what, like, this is it. So it's like that. I think that's what's more hard. And then again, your study plan. How did you study for NCLEX? How far in advance did you study for? So like I was saying, I studied for 16 days, hardcore NCLEX, and that's pretty much it. I will do another video on part 2 because I have a hella questions, but I don't make this video too long. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support, your guys' comments. Like, I love it so much, and I try to comment to every single one of you guys. Sometimes they like don't show up because I have to approve them. It was weird, and I realized that, and I was like, oh, my bad. But thank you so much. So grateful for like all like the support on every social media platform that I have. You guys mean a lot to me, and I am so excited to share the rest of my journey with you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, subscribe down below if you haven't already. Support means a lot. We're at 170, and I'm just like, I remember when I had 2 followers, my mom and my friend. Like, that's it, and I'm like, oh my god. But thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Stay tuned for the part 2, and then I will do the NCLEX follow through. Bye.